Bago po ako sumagot ng ilang katanungan, gusto ko po sanang kunin ang pagkakataon na ito upang paalalahanan ang lahat sa responsableng paggamit ng ating discussion board sa Facebook. Naway bago kayo sumagot o mag-post ng anuman, isipin po ang layunin ng ating grupo. Ito po ay para makatulong ang isa't isa sa ating pananampalataya. Huwag naman po sanang gamitin ito sa paraang makakasira pa ho sa iba. Simulan na po natin ang pagsagot sa ilang katanungan na inyo pong pinadala. The first question is from Josephine Sugulon. She asked us this: reflecting on the first reading, priests are supposed to be models of faith, but there are few things that a small number of priests in our diocese are indulged in. First, cockfighting. They raise chicken for sabong and people would give bets. At ang sinasabi, sa demonyo o sa Diyos? Of course, it's the unholy rooster that wins. Priests would justify by saying that cockfighting is a part of Filipino tradition, while others claim, mabuti na lang at panabong yung kinagigiliwan ko, hindi chicks. Second, pornography. Several acquaintances got scandals from priest friends. I'm alarmed because it could be a possible cause why lately many leave the ministry to get married. I was even told by a friend that his cousin, who is a priest, said that it is not wrong to watch bold movies as long as you don't put malice in it. I also wonder how possible it is to watch obscene films with pure minds. What does the church teach on gambling and pornography? Josephine, thank you for sending those questions. But I have to tell you, those questions that you sent are quite saddening, no? It's because I am a bishop and I'm a priest that I feel sorry, and at the outset I want to apologize for the pain that we priests are causing you, the scandal that we are causing you. But let us answer your question. First, about gambling. Now, the teaching of the church is this: games of chance in themselves are not immoral. But when games of chance are now used in a way that leads me to addiction, an addiction that makes me forget my responsibility, for example, to my family, and I spend all my money in these games of chance rather than for the good of my family, and because of my addiction, I have reached the extent of stealing, fooling other people, even extending or getting loans, no? Applying for loans, not for good purposes, then it is not anymore a simple game of chance. It has become immoral. Now, in the Philippines, it is true, games of chance are part of our culture. Look at how people, even the children, tease each other or joke with each other. For example, say, oh, sila ba ang mag-girlfriend, mag-boyfriend? Hindi. Palagay ko siya. Pustahan, ha? Pustahan. Even in ordinary language, pustahan. Yan. Oh, bet. Okay, huh? Even that, no? And so we have to be very careful. To say that gambling is cultural does not give us an excuse to continue that culture. If it is a culture of gambling, we should be disturbed. Why should our culture be associated with gambling and not with other noble things? So I do not buy that response, if ever that was given by that priest, that cockfighting is tolerable because, after all, gambling is part of the Filipino culture. No. The second, pornography. Of course, you already know my answer. Pornography is one hidden way of violating human dignity and human rights. It is a way of turning people into objects and commodities rather than rendering to them what is due to them as human beings created in the image of God. I do not know how they can justify engaging in pornography and saying there is no malice into it. Every person who is honest to himself or herself would admit that exposing oneself to that type of recreation is like sowing bad seeds into my mind and to my heart, especially for someone vowed to a life of continence and celibacy. So please pray for your priests and for all priests all over the world. Our next question for this week is from Norlito de Ligero. He's curious about hell.